S2YB banana.
Hola, people of the internet, and welcome to my very first episode of my YouTube experiment. I've always been pretty obsessed with football, and my wife would probably say too obsessed, but I know I'm not the only one. And I've always had an interest in creating a YouTube channel, so I decided maybe I should just make a YouTube channel about football. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm going to start things off by picking my Super Bowl 52 champions. I actually have the New England Patriots for the AFC and the Green Bay Packers for the NFC, and I have the Patriots winning it all. So now that the Super Bowl predictions are all out of the way, we can get into our first segment, which is the weekly news. I feel like this week the top news story has to be Ezekiel Elliott's 6-game suspension being upheld. Now, this is kind of controversial because of the Ray Rice thing, but I think they dropped the ball by only suspending Ray Rice for 2 games. So they're kind of trying to make that up. And who knows if this will actually take effect this year. I heard that the temporary restraining order may get granted, so that means Ezekiel Elliott will play the whole 2017 season and may get suspended next year. So we'll just have to wait, only time will tell. All right, so now we're going to go into my fantasy lineup for Week 1, 2017. I'm not too confident in my team this year, but we'll see what happens. You know, you never know. It's all a game of luck, so let's go ahead and get started. My starting quarterback is going to be Ben Roethlisberger. I have Ben Roethlisberger and Dak Prescott, but Ben's playing the Browns, so figure if anybody's going to have a big day against the Browns, it's going to be him. My running backs are going to be Marshawn Lynch and Frank Gore. Not confident in that at all, but we'll see what happens. Wide receivers are going to be Dez Bryant, Julio Jones, and Brandon Marshall is going to be my flex player. Tight end is going to be Antonio Gates. Let's go down. Kicker, Cairo Santos from Kansas City. I usually pick Matt Bryant from the Falcons, but this is who I got. We'll see how they do. And then defense, I put in the Vikings defense against the Saints. I had the Bucks defense in, but of course that game got moved back because of the hurricane that's about to hit Florida. So that's my lineup. We'll kind of go over it next week and see how everyone did, and then we'll see the changes I make. All right, let's go ahead and get in with the final segment. It's going to be my picks for the week for the games. This kind of goes either way. It just depends. There's always going to be upsets, so I may pick some. I may not pick any upsets. So we'll go ahead and get started. So Thursday night's game, obviously got to go with the Patriots because you never bet against Tom Brady. So Jaguars, Texans, I'm going to go Texans. Eagles and Redskins. I think this one could probably go either way, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. We'll see how they do. Cardinals, Lions, Cardinals. Raiders, Titans, Raiders. Buffalo Bills and the Jets. I'm always going to go against the Jets most times unless they play the Rams. Falcons, Bears, Falcons. Ravens, Bengals. This is kind of a difficult one too, but I'm going to go with the Ravens. Steelers, always going to bet against the Rams just because they left St. Louis and that's where I'm from. So definitely think the Panthers are going to beat the 49ers. Seahawks and Packers, that's another tough one. I'm going to go with the Packers. I think they're going to beat the Seahawks, even though I think Seattle's a really good team this year. Giants and Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Giants. I know the Cowboys have Zeke and everything, but I don't know. I just think the Giants will be good. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl like everyone else seems to think, but we'll see. Saints, Vikings. Going to pick the Vikings just because I want their defense to do good, so my fantasy team actually wins. And then Chargers, Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Not real confident in that pick, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the final segment in the first episode of S2YB Banana. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe And we'll be back next week to kind of go over my fantasy team, see how they did, and then go over my picks and see how many I got right. So enjoy the weekend, enjoy the games, and happy football season. Bye.